Hello, Dave here. I finally got around to swapping out the winch on this Coleman UT400. I've gotten it stuck twice to the point to where I had to pull it out with a truck. The stock winch did pull me out of two situations and one other by using a snatch block, but I really needed a better winch, so I've added this 6,000 pound winch. It's got a 50-foot cord on it. At the end of the video, I'll put a screenshot. I got it off of Amazon. It was just over $200. So far, I'm very happy with it. The video, I'll kind of go over what you need to do to install it. I did it in such a way that the wired controller and the included wireless controllers will work the winch. I set it up so you do have to still turn the key on to operate the winch. So anyway, stay tuned and enjoy. Alright, so here's the old winch. You can see it has a couple holes in the bottom here. There's 4 on the corners. You just unbolt those and then you can pull the winch out sideways from here out the passenger side. This stays on right here. You don't even have to take that off. Now the new winch came with this type of a guide, but I opted to just stay with the roller bearing type situation here. Now the new winch did not bolt in directly. Holes had to be either drilled into the plate underneath to mount this winch. Now when I initially did it, I just put the mounting plate on the plate up here under the winch. I took my plasma cutter and I just burned a couple of holes, but I did not take into account the clearance needed for the ends of the winch. So I ended up having to burn some gigantic holes in there. So I went and bought some longer bolts and I just mounted the mounting plate underneath here with some washers to hold it nice and tight. This is where that guide would be. I just stuck it in the back to get it out of my way. I don't need it. The winch came with a wired controller setup. It looks like it's designed to mount to the handlebar on an ATV. It also came with 2 of these wireless remotes. I opted to just wire in the stock controller, and I also have the ability to go wireless. The stock solenoid mounts right in this area here. This is it here. All these terminals were covered with little rubber boots, and I never looked at them, and you can see they're very rusty. Probably why it all burned up. The boots, everything burned up. Now, in this particular case, I just reused the wires, the stock wires for the machine. I'm kind of busy. I don't have time to really rewire everything. The wires are okay. But you can see that was making some bad connections right there, and I never thought to look at them. But nonetheless, the winch is underpowered, and I wanted to replace it. This group of wires here that comes out of here, these 3 wires, you'll see they plug into the stock solenoid on the small terminals. Those are the ones that feed back to the wired controller. Now when I installed the new solenoid system, I was able to pick up one of the screws here, and I'm being kind of lazy, so I just kind of zip tied it all in. I just zip tied the bottom in. I could actually drill a hole on the underside of the solenoid and mount it permanently, but it's pretty tight. I'm not too worried about it right now. And after I finish this video, I'm going to grease the hell out of those fittings because I don't have the boost. They got burned up when I got stuck. So coming up soon will be some of the tests from the new winch. Hopefully it's going to work very well. Okay, for this test, what I'm going to do is try to pull it to this tree with the brakes on. I'm just going to get in there and hold my foot down to the pedal and see if I can drag this thing across the ground. Incidentally, you do not want to take the hook here and wrap it around the tree and hook back to the cable. That will cause a weak spot. So use a chain or a strap. This was a kit, came with a kit that I bought from Amazon. It came with 2 of these turnbuckles and a shackle pulley and this strap. I can't remember how much it was. Incidentally, I did try this test with the stock winch and it failed. With just the winch going straight to the tree like this, it could not pull it with the brakes locked. I had to run the shackle and run it back to the side-by-side, and it was able to do it in that manner. So let's see what this one can do. I'm going to leave the engine off, and that way we can hopefully hear the winch. Well, as you can see, it worked out really well. I'm not sure if the audio came through. You can see it skidded the tires. The stock winch would not do that, so this is going to help, I believe. All right, we're all set up now. Normally I would have the machine running when I'm using the winch, but since it's going to tilt up, I don't want to do that. That winch is nice and quiet. Sounds good. Oh, there goes my toolbox. Hopefully I can get it out of that position. That's probably why it was best that my wife wasn't around. You know, I know it was a dumb idea, and there's a lot of times I think I have a good idea, and she will tell me it's a dumb idea. So if I know it's a dumb idea, it's a dumb idea. But anyway, the winch worked perfectly, and I'm very happy with it.